everybody seemed to be like 40s, 50s, 60s. They were all Dolores Cannons, warriors, bridges, healers. But then suddenly, this how old are you? 25-year-old called Anya came on from Yorkshire and blew me away. And I thought it was really, really important that we got the younger people, because, you know, my 12-year-old son sent me a TikTok video about Isaac Cappy the other day, and I was like, brilliant! I've been going on about this for years, and he's sending it to me now. This is brilliant, because we need the kids to wake up, because they won't be able to stop any of us if the kids are awake. And so I got Anya on the show, and she was brilliant, and then she came to the retreat I did in Morocco, and I had her on the stage at the last event, and she only had 10 minutes, and the way I'm talking, she's probably only got 3 minutes today. So please welcome Anya Lenny. You're here. Right. Yeah. Oh, no, I'll show you this, look. What's this?
Little baby.
Congratulations! I mean, congratulations, you've had sex, that's brilliant. Sit down, I feel a bit like I'm a partridge here.
I couldn't wear shoes and aim to be grounded, sorry guys.
Is this working? I don't know if this is working.
I feel like I need to sit back a little bit.
Anya, let's talk a bit about consciousness. Where are we at?
I think we're at different stages. I always like to refer to the layers like an onion. So we've got different stages of awakening, and I think what's really important to recognise is we've got the awakening process. So being aware of the systems in place, the corruption, like we were saying earlier, all the agendas, things like that. But then it's really important to recognise that there's also a huge aspect to that, which is going within yourself and actually doing the work within self, being able to do the healing work, being able to actually look at where you may be limiting yourself, where you may be living in fear, and where the things around us, the darkness around us that is all an agenda, is being able to get into your consciousness through your doubts in self, through your insecurities and fears and shame and guilt and resentment and anger. All these parts within self, as we call the shadow self, is locked away, and that's targeted by darker agendas and entities and all sorts of different things we won't tap into because we only go love and light. But there is there's not just love and light to it, that's one of the things. There is so many different layers to it, and I think what we're recognising now is that everyone's at a different place. You know, some people are just recognising what's going on in the world, but they've been doing healing work on self for 30 years. Some people are healers and readers and channelers, but actually just recognise what's going on in the world, you know. And then we've got people that have been doing this energy work that have levelled up throughout the years, and especially since 2019, and it's like we've all been able to find our piece in the jigsaw puzzle. And if you've not found it yet, that's absolutely fine, because we're all on our way to finding it. So I think in terms of consciousness, we are at multiple different levels, but there's a definite state in heightened consciousness and awareness and reflection on self. It's time to look in the mirror and where we're contributing to this as well.
So the kind of anger that a lot of us felt a couple of years ago when it all started kicking off and we knew it was bollocks. Sorry.
I'm doing well for this one.
You're doing well. I've said like 2 years ago, I'd been, and then a year later it was like, and this year it's just like, oh, fuck, another idiot on off in a car.
Yeah. I didn't.
But I love it.
To not have that anger, for sure.
But I think there's been a definite shift recently. You know, and I think it's so important what you said about it being, everybody's at a different level, and it's not a race.
No.
It's not a competition. We're not in competition with each other. It's just with yourself, right?
Mm-hmm. And that's the ego, or whatever you want to call it, the human part of ourselves. That in this industry, it's really hard to not look around and go, well, they're running their own business, they're living off the grid, they've got a camper van, or they're doing this, and they're connected to that. And the point is, you are exactly where you need to be right now, exactly where you are. And it's about being able to look and reflect on why you're exactly where you need to be, and the different ways you can navigate moving out of that if you want to expand and grow and connect and go into different levels. Like, there is so much potential, but we limit ourselves because of what we've been taught and what we've only known. We can't punish ourselves for things that's the only way we've ever known it, you know.
Well, I've been saying for quite a long time that the entire population has been under demonic possession of some kind without knowing it their entire lives since before they even came in, as soon as they came in. And, you know, when I did ayahuasca, I don't know, 8, 9 years ago, I just got forgiveness. And intellectually I understood it, but emotionally I didn't. And it's really coming on hard now. And I'm not very good at I love everybody, but I'm not very good at personal relationships.
That's kind of like me.
Yeah, and I'm like, but I feel like I'm being cracked open like this. And no, it's too much love, I don't like it.
Yeah, I fully get that. It's almost uncomfortable because it's stepping out of all we've done. Usually people that I've met, people that do this, they've been very self-independent, very living in their own way because we've not necessarily been accepted in the world, we've not necessarily been...
No, we've been isolated,
yeah.
right?
Isolated, persecuted, judged, labelled, restricted, you know, it's just like, how can you expect us to just go, oh, here's us true self, when us whole lives we've been beaten down for doing that. So it's the journey back to true self, but it's also the journey to allowing ourselves to be our true selves, and that's the hard part.
Yeah, and also understanding that I forgot they were there. I can't see anybody. This is weird, this whole thing. It's nice. Should we roll a spliff and just chat? Yeah, and it's kind of like we've held it all in, which is part of the belief that consciousness is within us, but actually it's without us, right?
Yeah.
And I'm starting to find myself observing myself like while I'm walking along,
right,
and being in that present moment, which obviously the power of now. If you ever listen to that audio book, don't listen to that audio book when you're driving a car. The power of now. Happened to me about 20 times. Yeah, I mean, he talks about observing yourself, right? Which I understood intellectually again, but now it's actually happening.
It's deeper layers.
Yeah.
And I think that's what comes up a lot in my session. People are like, well, a lot of them said, I've been doing this work for years, some of them decades and decades, and I'm like, well, it wasn't the right time in the universe to hold the frequency that we are at right now. Like, the collective is holding a frequency of deep forgiveness, deep transmutation, and we're able to really take this pain and anger and all this exhaustion and really transform that into something absolutely out of this world, and whether that falls into love or power or passion or creativity, there's so many branches that can spread into, but it's like, it's the time now where this is able to come into the universe. So even if you've been doing the healing work, the consciousness, the awakening, since people like Dolores Cannon, since the 1970s, it's the time in the universe to hold this frequency where we are able to actually make these ascensions. You know, we work with spirit, a lot of my people, I work as a medium, and there's been shifts in spirit world, there's been levels up there, you know, they went really quiet for a while, and that was really strange. And then they've come back speaking, but they say that they're almost, it's like a location move on a human level, so it's like they've gone to a newer dimensional frequency, and I think that really is resonant, that if there's changes and shifts going on in the astral realms, then it's evidentiary that there's going to be changes and shifts in our realm.
So just be easy on yourself, basically.
Yeah, it's. I think that's the most important thing. Like, there is so much pressure in the human world to be something that we're not. And sometimes just stepping into your own self, being able to truly surrender, which is the hardest part for me, was to be able to let go of the control and the reins, because that's how we stay safe. So if you've lived in fight or flight like I did for a long time, you will find it so comfortable to stay in that comfort zone, and you might do things out of that, but you won't let other people take away the control or the way it will flow through. And I think that's so important, that sometimes we have to surrender into who we really are, parts of ourselves that we don't even acknowledge.
Amazing. So your work involves healing, involves retreats, involves what website could people find you on?
So I've got 2 at the moment, because I've got a pop-up shop for the retreat, but the usual website is spiritualsoulcentre.co.uk. That's got everything, it's got a lot, but that's got everything from healing, readings, channeling, past life, any sorts of training, development. I love helping people step into their own power. and helping them transform, like, and expand, because my theory is nobody's not connected, you're all a vessel of source, so you're all connected to source. It's just about amplifying the already existing connection that you guys have. So yeah, there's a lot of the training things on there, there's the ebook on there, the affirmation cards, all them things, but the retreat we are running, which I'm really excited about, and a lot of it's credit to you, Mark, you know, you've been able to, I had the ideas for this in 2020 and all the notes written down, but then now I feel like I'm actually able to put it into reality and bring it into fruition. And obviously working on a retreat in Morocco gave me so much expansion on the way in which I work, and also that I am mainly focused on doing energy work and transmutation and raising the vibration. You know, I am a tarot card reader, but I moved past that quite a while ago, and so for me it's more doing the energy side to it. And yeah, so long story short, I'm rambling on, but the Mind Body Soul retreat is from the 14th to the 21st of July. It is a 2-part retreat. The last couple of days are a psychedelic experience, so it's optional for the last 2 days. But you can find all the details for that on the mindbodysoulretreats.co.uk. There's all the leaflets. I think the team puts them down on the chairs as well, so there's all the information there.
Okay, that's great. And I also, the other thing about Anya is that the reason why I want to bring her along is because she's an amazing singer. Would you like to hear a song?
Yes! I've got players in there.
I don't know which microphone I'm supposed to use.
I think those one are bringing.
Is it this one? Will this move?
Has it got length? This is. Let me see if I can get this for you. I did ask for handmade mics, but didn't arrive. Oops, sorry, love. Isn't it great in Manchester? You get in a cab, and somebody put this in Telegram yesterday. Okay. You get in the back of a cab in Manchester. Where you going, love? No matter what sex you are. What a great opener, love. Forget the pronouns. Nicky McKellen said this on Telegram this morning. Right, Anya Lily, everybody.
I the one they're talking about, telling me it's so clear. Can't you see it? Can't you hear? Ooh. They say have no fear.
Thank you.